Hey there, everybody. Happy Friday to you. It's kind of a bit of a rainy day here. I thought I might be able to get outside, but it's just not quite there today. We are going to finish our masterboard. As you recall in the last video, we just processed some magazines and some images and text pages. We found some words that we liked, even quotes and things like that. I have everything all organized in my baskets. I've been making crochet baskets. I do have a few for sale over at the Etsy store. They're kind of like the perfect, just a little perfect thing to sit on your desk and organize your bits. I think the fun thing about them, y'all, is that they aren't plastic, they're handmade, and they're just fun and cute. So I hope that you'll go over to the Etsy store and take a look. They're just $10, and I do a $5 shipping on them. I'm going to kind of set these up here kind of out of the way so you won't be able to see them on screen, and we'll put these over here. All right, let's talk about a masterboard. And a lot of you said, "Hey, I like masterboards, and I like to put them together," which I thought was super interesting, y'all. I like to just collage. I don't really think about, the masterboard concept that much, but I did read a quote about what a masterboard is, and it was simple and concise and succinct, and I thought I'd share that with you. A masterboard is a self-created mixed media patterned paper. A self-made mixed media patterned paper that an artist creates. After you're finished with the masterboard, you can make art trading cards, you can make art trading coins, you can make journal pages, you can do a mini album. I think they're super cool for card making. I don't know what I'm going to do with my masterboard yet. And I think that's the beauty of it, is to not have a plan. And then that way you aren't hooked into, this is what I'm going to do with this. Because then you kind of delete the element of surprise. I like to be surprised at the end of an art session. All right, so let's get started and see what we can do. Right, I did put 4 paint paper text blotches on here. I do have some of this old it's called Create a Collage. They're rub-ons. So I thought, well, that might be, fun to just use as a layer. That's what attracts me to collage and masterboard or whatever. All right, so let's get some things down. Let's see what we have over here, and let's just start doing some gluing. Gotta thank Michelle. I have a fresh Dick Blick glue stick right here. Happy, happy, happy. Uh-oh, she's not working. Darn it. Let's get another one. No worries. I think I may have, in my enthusiasm, twisted that a little too hard. All right, let's see. There we go. It's goodness right there, y'all. Thank you, Michelle. First, I want to just layer on. And you can keep your bits small or large or whatever you want to do. So I think I like the definitions here. This is from a dictionary. So I am going to keep the definitions intact like this. And there's a number here, and I do like numbers, so we'll put that down as well. I was so interested to learn from you guys what it is that attracts you to the creation of a masterboard. What is it that you find interesting about it? Do you find any challenges with it? I can kind of see you getting to the end of it and then going, well, what am I going to do with this now? I'm making my masterboard on a 12 by 12 surface. 12 by 12 substrate. It's the back of a paper pad. Worked out kind of really well. It's exactly the right thickness. I guess depending on what you're going to do with the masterboard, you know, you might want to make it thicker or thinner. But with the 12 by 12 cardboard backing on a paper pad, it lends itself well to art trading cards. You know, if you had one of those round punches, you could punch like art trading coins, right? If you had a star punch, you could do stars. I think probably a bigger punch is going to work out better with something like this. But again, I'm just not sure. We're going to take our little bundle. We've done some text page. I'm going to take my little bundle of what I refer to as magazine painty paper and stick this on. I do kind of see, okay, so I kind of see a few maybe focal image-ish kind of things here, but I'm not quite sure about that yet. I'm going to set these over here and just start gluing. So art trading cards, art trading coins. I can also see these as, you know, this is 12 by 12, so you could do like the little 6 by 6 journals, you know, just fold them in half and create a spine. Another suggestion in the definition was to use your masterboards as journal pages. And I kind of like that idea too. If you, now think about this, if you use this as a journal page, I mean, you could do, you know, a 6 by 6 square journal, or you know, you could separate it into the dimensions that you would want a journal page to be. And this could be, you know how hard it is to create backgrounds, y'all. You know, when you're doing an art journal and it's like, oh, I don't know about a background thing anymore. Sometimes that's just a wee tough, right? To come up with different ways to do a journal page background, an art journal page background. And I can really see this being a jump start if you wanted to do something like that. You might notice that I am kind of keeping everything vertical instead of horizontal. I don't know exactly why I'm doing that. I think I was directed by the text that I have here. But you don't have to do it this way. You can do it, you know, any way you want. I think my next one I'm gonna like do this and then I'm gonna spin it around. You know what I'm talking about? And kind of get different things going. You can also, when you finish a masterboard like this, you can cover it with some gesso. I don't have gesso, and I also don't have white paint, which is kind of one of my go-tos if I don't have gesso. White paint works quite well. I think I am going to go this way for that one. Sometimes you have to listen to the paper, and it'll tell you, it'll go, yeah, I want to be there, or no, that's not me. Or in this paper's case, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Put me somewhere else. And then you have to go, okay, all right, let's make you happy. Don't want to disappoint the paper. I like the way that this magazine presented itself as as in the images in it presented themselves as a great way to tear up the pages and just kind of reuse them as, you know, that painty paper sort of concept that we all love. I see glue building up here. You can wipe that away, or you can use it kind of as a resist element. If you were going to cover this in watercolor or something, I can really see how that might work really nicely. Or even if you were going to use like those Prismacolor crayons, that would work really cool too. I might have to go back and watch this video because my little brain's coming up with with all kinds of ways to use this masterboard after I'm finished. Like, my brain is working this morning, and I only had like a cup of coffee. I don't know why it's working so well this morning, but when your brain is working and you are 65, shh, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it, because then it'll stop working. Okay, I'm starting to kind of just spread any sort of excess glue. I'm also trying to be super careful with my gloves this morning. Kind of don't want to mess them up. These are the Raven, Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven Story Arts gloves. And I'll put a link in the description box below, so you can check them out. All right, so we've got some text. We've got some faux painty paper from magazines. We've got some painty text paper. Let's go with those rub-ons, because I'm very keen to see how that's going to work for us. Also, just a little reminder, if you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please follow and subscribe to my channel. I don't use these often. Isn't there some trick for pulling the back off? Oh, there it is right there. Oh, that's nice. So you got a nice little piece of plastic here. Also, you guys, I'm really considering doing memberships for my YouTube channel. Can y'all kind of chime in? Let me know how you like memberships over at YouTube, what you think of them. That sort of thing would be very interesting to me. I love to get your input on things. All right, so in the interest of actual collage and not using entire elements, I may do these like half and half. I'm not sure. Let's see how. All right, let's do that. That horse would probably look really cool on that text. I mentioned yesterday these were, and I think Angela sent them. They're so super cool. Or maybe Trudy. Or maybe Cheryl. They are like maybe 10, 12 years old. I was going to see if I could find. It seems like they were, y'all. Like, and I didn't know how long like an actual rub-on might last. Okay. So that's that. They are like super sticky, so I'm really not sure if they're gonna last. Oh geez, it doesn't look like it doesn't really look like they're gonna transfer, y'all. Oh well, that's quite all right, because I learned something. Let's see, let's just do the rifle. Let's see if that comes off. It may have been because I had the horse on a text page. Maybe it just didn't like that. Yeah, it's really old, and it's just not, it's not taken to the paper. It is, the images are awesome though. But they might just be too old. Yeah. Yeah. It's not working, and it's pulling up the things that I already have here. So let's peel those off and reattach them. I did get a little bit of the gun, but not very much. Oh well, it's okay. Oh, don't you love this part? Don't you love the experimenting with your elements, you know, with your pages and papers and whatever. I like it because to me it feels like alchemy. It feels like transmuting one thing into a total another thing. So you can't get upset because I learned something. And I really like those things. So I can totally use the images. Very pretty. Okay. And we fixed our mistake. Well, really, art doesn't really have mistakes. As Bob Ross pointed out, they're happy accidents. All right, now I've got some, I think, yeah, these are stickers, and I like them, and I thought they might look super cool on this project. So we're going to put a couple of these here and there. I have that big sticker right there, but it's like, oh, what am I going to use that for? It would have to be something super cool. Put this one here. They almost look like page reinforcements. But those are, the tiny ones are hard to get off the paper. There we go. Text pages, painty paper text pages, faux magazine painty paper. A lot of buildup of the glue stick, which is just fun. I was going to look over here in this little stack and see if I had anything else. All right, I have this, and you know how I like not using things the way, this is the basket spring. Oh, and I have some little hearts in here. Hey, hearts would be fun to put in here. Like you and your sweetie could write heart notes to each other. This basket is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Pretty little basket. All right, we've taken everything out of here. I totally love eyeballs. So I think I'm going to put this here. Well, that covers that up. Perfect. When in doubt, tear it out. If you're stuck, tear it up. Oh, gosh. Chris cut our grass yesterday. For the first time for the spring. It looks so pretty outside. I looked outside this morning and I went, it's very nice out there. I wonder what happened. Like, duh. All right, so I've just got some heart shapes. And that's what I cut out yesterday out of our magazine harvest as well. You know, if you've got star patterns or whatever, totally do that as well. All right. Now I do have her. Now, don't freak out, but when I cut this out, which is kind of what my mind is going to, we're going to be whacking her into several pieces. You know, you could keep her as a big, like, focal point if you wanna, right? Can you see that down there? Okay, there we go. And love the skeleton. I remember the skeleton was a dress that we cut from a fashion model. I am leaving y'all a little bit of a border around here, you know, just in case I might want to, you know, do something like, I don't know, maybe hit it with a little bit ink pad or washi tape or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? All right, and now I've got this, which I really love, but that's going to be a bunch of pieces as well. Thanks, Cheryl. Cheryl messaged me yesterday and said, hey, that's my stuff I sent you. Like, yes, I can't remember where I got it. And one more. Isn't that pretty? I think I'll take a photo of some of it and send to my patrons, you know, like block it off. And we like to do our printables over at Patreon. And I've been very lax about getting my Patreon peoples. They're printables, but all that's going to change because I now have a little more time before the farm opens, and then it's busy, busy, busy. I have these too. I don't think they quite fit. However, these are stickers, and what I'm going to do is I am going to alter these stickers. So stay tuned for that. Not in this video right now, but remember yesterday we were talking about like tearing up things, and you know, you forgot to look on the back, and there was a much better image on the back. That's kind of what I'm discovering here. I see a lot of juicy stuff going on the back. Do you hear Mia snoring? Sweetest sound in the whole wide world. Susie had to go to get his checkup yesterday. Poor Chris. He came in the door and he went, heads up on how much that cost. And I said, I put it on the calendar. He said, it's the date on the calendar. And I was like, oh no, I put the total on the calendar because it was going to be expensive. It's like, oh, I didn't see that. It was funny. I mean, not funny, but it was like, heads up. It was expensive. Yep. Doggies are expensive. I'm really always grateful to y'all to get like a thank you or, you know, a buy me a coffee. Or something like that. I've got my Venmo link, so you can Venmo me. Keeping up with doggies is really expensive. And we've got 2 rescue dogs. And I really do appreciate you guys, you know, when you send me a thanks, because honestly, a lot of that goes directly to the doggies. We love our dogs. All right. I think we're done with this part. I am considering getting out my Neo colors and adding a bit of color to this. So I think we'll stop right here. And in the next video, you know, masterboard part 3, I'll add some color. I'm feeling the Neo color today, y'all. Or I'm feeling some watercolor. But I really think I'm feeling the Neo color. Okay, there we go. Let me scoot in a little bit so you can see the whole thing. It was kind of big to try and work on it. But I did want you to see kind of up close. And this is the finished product here. I'm going to photograph this and send it to my patrons so they'll have something to do for the weekend. They'll have like a pre-made background for any projects that they have going on. I'll put a link to my Patreon site as well. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out. Stay tuned for part 3 of our masterboard series. That sounded very fancy. Okay, I gotta go get some coffee. Talk to you later. Bye.